How about squirrels?
Let's talk about
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about squirrels.
How do we control those squirrels?
You know, I need to give you a little background information, I think, on me.
Okay.
I used to love squirrels. I used to love them. They were an important part of the protein diet of my family.
Wow.
When I grew up,
Okay.
there were 6 of us kids
Okay.
on a family farm in northwest Tennessee. Fast forward to 2010,
Okay.
I moved to the community of Halls, Tennessee, and squirrels started doing about $600 worth of damage a year to my vehicles. And I planted a few apple trees, and they had a couple of good crops of apples, and they got them all. I mean, they didn't leave any for me.
No, Mr.
They started picking them before the apples were ripe.
Oh,
even,
my God.
And they got them all. So I do have a little experience with squirrel control. But now,
Okay.
some of the methods I'm going to mention I don't have access to. For
Okay.
example, one of the best is a 12-year-old with a 20-gauge shotgun. And I guess I need to say you need to do that where it's legal.
Yes.
And
yes.
you check during squirrel season even is to be legal. Now, things that I have found to also be successful is loud music.
Oh, okay.
My apple trees now enjoy loud country music. For some reason, that seems to bother the squirrels. They must, they don't like country music, I guess.
Okay.
24 hours a day, 7 days a
Really?
week, loud country music, and the different songs and the announcer and all that all help. I mean, I had a good crop of apples last year. I also used there are solar powered little contraptions that you can stick in the ground, battery operated, solar powered, that are motion activated, and lights will flash, the siren will go off whenever anything triggers that.
Okay.
And I have one of those. That probably helped a little bit too. Maybe more for deer than squirrels.
Okay.
But because I'm not sure how, if a squirrel would trigger it, he could probably get into the tree without triggering it.
Gotcha.
Deer, maybe not so much. So those are a couple of things that I found to be successful. Things that you can use that I haven't tried, which I know would work, is a physical netting, wire mesh, a physical barrier.
Yeah.
But that's not very practical for me around my fruit trees.
Gotcha.
If you have a smaller plant, tomato plant or something like that, they'll get your tomatoes. I mean,
yes, they will.
they get everything at my house. But a physical barrier like that will work. Trapping them, very effective.
Okay.
I use an ear of corn, and so that bait will stay there usually until I catch a squirrel, or the birds get in there and eat it, and birds don't tend to trigger the trap.
Okay.
If they do, I let them out. The squirrels, we dispatch of in other ways. And dog. If you have a dog that you're in an area that your dog can run free, or if it's a fenced-in area, Jack Russell Terriers are great squirrel dogs. But any dog, any barking dog that doesn't like squirrels will help. With squirrels, they're smart. Generally, you have to mix these up, use more than one method to try to control them. They will, if you just use one method, they will probably get used to it and start, being a problem again. If you're planting fruit trees, if you get them, locate them where in an area that trees aren't, they can't access your fruit trees from other trees. That might help. There are barriers that you can get put around trees, plastic and metal barriers, where little claws can't navigate through that. Those help. If there's a problem with bird feeders, there are baffles that you can get that go both above and below the feeders that are shape so that if they jump over, they'll flip off.
I've
and
seen some of those.
all that. So you
Yeah.
can, there's some they call them baffles
Yeah.
that will do a pretty good job for you around the bird feeders and things like that. And there are some bird feeders out there that are squirrel proof or squirrel resistant that you might want to check out. A squirrel can jump 5 feet straight up. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
They can jump 10 feet
my
horizontally, and if they're up on a roof and going down toward a bird feeder, they can go 16 feet. So that's just a little something you need to know about squirrels.
Squirrels are tough.
Yep.
Yeah, tough. So what about these repellents? How do you feel about those?
They may give you some temporary
Temporary.
relief, but I think they get used to it. The peppers and all that might give you some temporary relief. And I understand that there's some plants out there that supposedly squirrels don't like, but I've not had much success with that.
Right.
I'd try it.
You try it?
Yeah, I recommend that you try it. One thing you could do, I understand UT has a wildlife damage control manual.
They do.
There's a good section in there on squirrels.
Sure is.
That'll give you some more ideas, and also for any other critters you're trying to get rid of. I encourage you to check that out. That manual, I used it a lot when I was working at that time at the University of Nebraska, and a consortium of other universities put that thing together, and I understand UT has taken it.
Yeah, we have one now. Yeah, it talks about the biology, of the squirrels, how to trap them.
Oh, it's more than just how to control them, but you learn more than you want to know about them. And they've got armadillos and possums and skunks and mice, and I mean every kind of wild critter out there that can create a problem for you. I understand that I am probably encroaching in the squirrel's habitat. I live in the woods now, so I'm probably encroaching in the squirrel's habitat. But I bought it, it's mine, and I'm gonna, I gotta defend what's mine.
Yeah, you want some apples, don't you?
I want some apples.
Oh, man, that's good. All right, Mr. D, we appreciate that, and we will have that link, to that publication on our website. So,
All I can say is good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. D.